Well, good morning. Good morning, you guys. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday to your baby. Yes. Good morning, you guys. Happy Thursday. We got another day, you guys. Another day. Yesterday is gone. Okay. So whatever mistakes you did, whatever bad decision you did, we just gonna take today as a new day and work through it, okay? Look here, if this is your first time tuning in, or if you've been already watching and you keep coming back, you might as well go ahead on and subscribe. Go ahead on and subscribe, support your girl. Thank you so much. Comment, share, and like. That's it, y'all. Look, so I got my, oh, it didn't, okay, camera. Because every time I turn my head, I lose focus. But I've been really trying, you guys. So I've got my little protein drink that I'm drinking. This is chocolate. It's protein and got like 30 grams of protein. Protein is good. Protein is really good for you. It's good to be on your protein. Let me take a sip. And this is how I kept my weight down before. So I said, let me go on back to my old way. Sometimes we got to go back to the old way. A lot of this new stuff for us don't be working. We got to do what works for us. We have to do what works for us, you guys. We can't be following everybody else and trying to do what everybody else do. I said that before. And everything that looks one way on the outside, okay, everything is not always what they seem to be. We have to do things for ourselves the way it works for us and do things for us to make us happy. Like I said yesterday, we have to make our own environment copacetic for us. You know what I'm saying? So last night, you guys know one of my favorite shows is Love After Lockup. That's one of my favorite shows, and it comes on every Friday. So last Friday, this one came on last Friday, but I didn't watch it. I just recorded it. Child, last night I watched it. Let me first start with Clint and look, her and his wife name that he just married. Her name is Tracy. Well, ain't that a blip? Her name is Tracy, but anyway, Clint. He's an only child, okay? And his parents, they're really well off. They own a deli, okay? And he never really had to really work. He worked, you know, and he had little jobs and stuff, but he never really had to because he's the only child and his parents are always there to pick him up when he fall, okay? Now, Clint was married before and they didn't talk about how that relationship broke up, but she was on the show a couple episodes ago because she is his boss. He works for her at the hotel. Okay. So his ex-wife is his boss and they cool. They kind of friends. So he was telling her, his ex-wife / boss, about Tracy and that he's about to get married to her and he met her in jail. Okay, so he got on one of them sites and start, you know, sending her little, you know, pen pal letters and they hooked up and da 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 da. Okay, so let me just speed this up some. So Tracy ended up getting out, okay? Clint rents a hotel, a nice little hotel room. His mother, basically, his father, they gave him a credit card to rent the room and rent the vehicle. He went and rented him a car and gave her, you know, and then, so check this out. So he got the car from his mother and did all that. So when Tracy gets out, he goes and picks her up. They go to the room, okay? And the night of the wedding, okay, that day, he gives her the credit card so she can go on a little shopping spree and get a little wedding dress and get her hair done and all this kind of stuff. She was, you know, almost 2 hours late for her own wedding. Okay, he calling around looking for her. She ain't answering the phone and all this kind of stuff. So she finally comes in this little, the dress was so short. I mean, you know, this little hoe dress, basically. So they got married, okay, and everything. So let me speed this up. So they got married and they did their little, went in a room and did all they little, they broke the marriage vows on open, okay? They consummated the wedding, okay? The marriage, basically. So the next night they go out, okay? So look here. They was out, first they was drinking. They went out and had some drinks. They came back to the hotel, they was drinking. Okay. Then she left in the vehicle and was gone. Okay. For days. Okay. Days. Okay. So she ended up going back to jail. She got pulled over. She was drinking and driving. She was drugging up all night. Okay. So now he owes over $20,000 for the rental car. Now they didn't say, the producers didn't say if the rental car was wrecked or if she had it for weeks, because we don't know how long they were gone, because it's a TV show and they kind of speed stuff up. So we don't know. For it to be over 20,000 that she owes, she must have had the car for a while, okay, or she wrecked it. So she calls him on the phone. And he's crying, talking about, we still going to be married? You still love me? Now, look here. It goes back to this. Now, you sitting on the phone crying, asking her if she still wants you, and you're on the outside. You have a job. You have, some kind of life. She doesn't. Why are you worried? She should be crying to you, asking if you're going to stay with her. She is leeching off of his insecurities and his low self-esteem. But let me tell you how it started. It goes back to us as parents. Now, I'm not blaming the parents for his choices that he's made. But listen to my theory here. They have enabled him. They have never let him really, truly grow up. Every decision that he makes, they're there for him to help him with his decisions when it comes to relationships and stuff like that. Every time he does something, they're there to pick him up. He's never really had to take responsibility for any of his decisions that he's made, because he's the only child. His parents are older. And they have been there as a permanent crutch. So now he has no legs to stand on, basically. Okay? Because they have enabled him. Sometimes we can do too much for our children. We can enable them. And then they're not strong enough to be the adults that they need to be. They're not strong enough. Okay? They don't have the capacity to be that adult that they need to be. Okay? That they need to be. Okay? So now she's back in jail. So he went to his parents' house and they're crying. His mother is just boo-hooing. Like, Clint, why are you doing this? She's in jail. This is where she wants to be. Every time you turn around, she's back in jail. She's using drugs. He's crying. She can stop. I can help her stop. I can help her stop. She loves me. Poor Clint. Okay, I feel bad for his parents. His mother is so hurt. Okay, Clint has no backbone. And he wasn't taught to have one. See, it goes back to that. When we're raising our kids, for one, they look at us. They watch us because they're watching us. We're their model. Who else are they watching? So we have to break the cycle within ourselves when we do things, especially when we have kids. Okay. So now Clint is crying and having all these issues over this woman that is back in jail again. Then now we have Caitlin and Matt. Okay. Now, Caitlin never really had her mother. She lived with her aunt. Her mother was been on drugs most of all Caitlin's life. Now her mother was trying to get herself together. She's off the drugs. Caitlin had moved in with her mother, okay, before she met Matt. And then she was trying to work on their relationship. She's trying to build something that they lost, okay? So she moves in with her mother. Then she meets Matt. She starts writing to Matt. Her mother said, I do not approve of you being with this man. Hi. Oh, Lord have mercy. Huh?
Where have you been?
Oh, I've been parking by the street.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, where did Tracy go?
Yeah, I parked here at Last Resort in the garage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because
So I've been parking on the street close, so I won't have to walk so far.
Yeah. Yeah. Some people have difficulty.
Yeah.
Okay. Did she leave or did she transfer?
No, I didn't. Yeah,
I thought, oh my gosh, I didn't get a chance to say goodbye.
Oh no, I'm still here. I just been parking closer.
Well, it's good to see you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I knew that lady was going to speak to me. Don't she see me talking on the camera? You guys. I was lying. Okay, anyway, what was I saying? Okay, so, look, Caitlin. So her mother was like, I don't approve of this. You know, you could do better than this. Long story short, let me speed this up. Caitlin goes on and gets with him. She moves out of her mother's house and moves into Matt's mother's house. Moves in with Matt's mother without telling them. That's the first thing she did wrong. And Matt was upset about it at first. Because not that you're there. I'm glad you're there. But you didn't even ask me first. You just gonna move in with my mama. You didn't even ask me. So that was that thing. So they got over that. He gets out. So she's trying to help him find a job. She's trying to move out of his mother's house. Okay. So his friend, Matt's homeboy, hooks him up with a job, a painting job with his homeboy. Okay. They got his own business. Matt goes to the job talking about, I'm going to get my pants all dirty. I'm going to get my shoes all messed up. I just bought these shoes. So he quits. He goes off on the man and quits the job. Caitlin was like, why did you quit your job? You could have just turned that into your work clothes. We could buy you some more clothes. We need to get out of your mom's house. We need to start our own life. See, Matt is institutionalized. Institutionalized. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Y'all know I get tongue-tied. You know what I'm trying to say. Institutionalized. He is. Okay. He's another one that was enabled. He's another one that's an only child. And raised with a single parent. His mother has done the same thing to him. Every mistake he has made, she has swept it under the carpet. She has took care of him, and every mistake he's ever made, he's never had to really face any consequences or take any responsibilities for his action. Now he's grown and don't even know how to be a man. Now Caitlin's mother just passed away. Okay? Her mother has passed away. She was, she fell apart over that. Now check this out. Matt is back in jail. Matt is back in jail. Here's what I think. I think the producers should hook Caitlin and Clint up. Okay? They should hook them two up together. Okay? Because both of these men here, both of them has been enabled by their parents. Sometimes you think you're doing good by helping your kids, by being there for them. That's good to be there for them. That's good to back them. But sometimes we do it too much. We need to let our kids fall. We need to let them fall and face some of their consequences so it builds their character. It helps them be responsible responsible adults. You don't want a kid in their 30s and 40s still making these same choices that they made when they was in their 20s. Okay, now look, Matt's mother is getting old. She's going to need her son to help her. He's back in jail. Caitlin's mother just passed away, and she's going through a lot of guilt. She's going through, because she kind of turned her back from her mom some. Her mom has been reaching out to her. Her mom has been really trying to work on their relationship. Caitlin's been real resistant towards it. She's been talking to her mother before she passed, but she's been real resistant towards her mother, okay, and distant. And she's been resisting a lot of her mother trying to reach out to her. You know, and when her mother came to meet Matt at the restaurant, Caitlin, because her mother got lost, she's older. She doesn't know her way around. Caitlin threw her phone. She got all mad. She went through all these changes. She threw a temper tantrum because her mother was late. Really? Now her mother is gone forever. And all she has is Matt to rely on for emotional support, and he's back in jail. Now she moved and she went and got herself a hotel room for a while. Okay? So I really think that Clint and Caitlin need to hook up. Okay? Now let's jump to Megan. Megan is the one I was telling you guys about that was a virgin, and she got with Michael. Okay? She met him in prison as well, on one of those dating sites. Okay, now let me just stop and say this. It comes on every Friday. So the new episode will be tomorrow. But let me tell you what happened last Friday. Like I told you guys before, Michael is married to Sarah. Okay? Megan gives Michael, they feel each other. Sarah is his wife. He has a child with Sarah. Sarah is his backbone, okay? But Megan, they connect in a different way than him and Sarah. So he's kind of torn between the two. Because each one of these women gives him something that he needs, okay? So anyway, let's go to them. They already hooked up. He broke her virginity, all this kind of stuff. So now, Michael is back in jail, okay? Because he done hooked up with Megan again. Megan's like, I miss my man. I want to be with my man. This and that and other. So she comes down unexpectedly without letting him know. Now, she let him know at the last minute that she was coming. So they come down, they hook up. Michael had to create this argument with Sarah just so he can have a reason to leave, okay? So he stays out all night. He has a parole. He had to go to his parole to see his parole officer at a certain time. He out with Megan, driving around with Megan, and get lost. They put in the GPS where they had to go. The GPS gave him the wrong directions. Now, I'm not blaming GPS. No, I'm not blaming GPS. It ain't GPS's fault. Okay, if you was doing what you were supposed to be doing. However, they make it to the parole hearing, okay? They make it to the parole hearing late. He gets arrested. He goes to jail. Now, Sarah is calling around trying to figure out, well, why was you late? What is going on? Sarah has no idea about Megan. Megan don't have no idea about Sarah. So Michael's mom comes to Megan's hotel room. She doesn't like Megan, okay? So she goes to the motel room and says, yeah, he back in jail. He just told me to let you know this. I don't know what to tell you. She's like, well, where's he at? How long is he going to be in? I don't know what to tell you. You got to figure that out on your own. She just was real short with her. She hooks up with Sarah a couple hours later They go to a restaurant, have coffee, whatever. And the mother says, I'm not going to tell Sarah unless she asks. Okay? Unless she asks. I'm not going to tell her. Sarah's sitting around here trying to figure out, why was he late? What happened? Okay? Why is he back in jail? So now Sarah's looking all through his cell phone. She finds all these text messages and all these pictures of Megan. Okay? Then it goes off. We don't know yet until tomorrow what's going to happen. See, they already showed some previews. Sarah and Megan is getting ready to hook up and have some words together with each other. Okay? She done sat up here. Now, here's Megan. Went out searching for love. Okay? Searching for love in all the wrong places. When you love yourself and have confidence in yourself and who you are, just do you. Because the universe will place you in a position to meet that man or that woman that's for you. When you go out looking and searching is when you find crap. Getting on these dating sites, writing, for one, okay, you're going to get on a dating site, okay, fine. But you're going to get on a prison dating site? When he's in prison? It goes back to us again. Even though I'm talking about these situations, do you know how many Megans and Clints and Matts are out there? And Caitlins are out there? I get it. As human beings, we want to have a companion in our life. We want to be able to share our life with someone that we care about, that love us for us. We want to have a best friend, But a lot of times we rush it, okay? Things happen when it's our time for it to happen, when it's time for us. I feel bad for Clint. I feel bad for Caitlin because she lost her mother and she never had the opportunity. Well, no, she had the opportunity, but she didn't take advantage of the opportunity to get her relationship back together with her mother. Now she's with Matt, who's back in prison. Clint is with Tracy, crying. He just married her. He's $20,000 in the hole over this vehicle, this rent-a-car. She's back in jail. He's crying. Caitlin's crying. Megan is getting ready to get her bubble popped. Megan and Sarah over this man. Sarah has been his rock forever. Every time he goes to prison, she holds him down. Holds him down. I feel bad for Sarah too. Because when she holding him down. When you hold your spouse down or your mate, and you be there for them through thick and thin, through thick and thinner. So she's about to get a slap in her face. Megan is about to get a slap in her face. And here's Michael right here in the middle. I hope and pray that these two women leave Michael. Leave Michael. Because me personally, that's not worth fighting for. I understand Sarah, that's her husband, her kid's father. But he's not showing her that he's worthy of her. He can still be in the daughter's life, his daughter's life, but he's not worthy of her love. But she has to come to terms with what her worth is. That's what we have to do. There's two more couples that I'm not going to talk about right now. I just want to talk about these three couples. Because these three couples resonated a lot with me. There's two more couples. And I'll probably talk about them tomorrow because there's a couple things going on with these other couples. Okay? With Lizzie. Oh, the Lizzie one, I got to talk to y'all about Lizzie. That's going to be a whole video in itself about Lizzie. Okay, y'all need to watch Love After Lockup. It comes on Fridays. That Lizzie, that I would have to do one whole video just on Lizzie alone. Okay, just on Lizzie alone. Okay, look here. Going back to them, the self-esteem, the self-love, the confidence, having that self-assurance. Believe me, it pays in. It ties in to a lot of our decisions that we make because we start being desperate for love. We start showing desperation and going on these sites and trying to meet someone instead of concentrating on ourselves, working on these attributes that we have in ourselves that we don't personally like about ourselves. Once you start focusing on yourself, on your dreams, on the things that you want, the other stuff will fall into place. That's just like trying to start a business, trying to get into a relationship with a spouse, trying to find someone. We can't look at other people and what other people are doing. Everything is not as what they seem to be. And you might see one person doing, let's just say doing YouTube. So it looks fun, it looks easy. But now you want to do it because you see somebody else. Or you see somebody that's being a dancer. So now you want to do it because they're doing it. I'm just throwing these things up as an example. We have to find what is good that we want to do. We have to find our niche, what we love, okay? Once we start focusing on ourselves, then our careers will start enhancing. We might even be in a position to find that mate. We'll be placed in a position where that person will come along. When you start focusing on yourself and the things that you want to do to make yourself happy. And it ties into to everything. Career, relationship with your kids, relationship with your family. Once we start focusing on ourselves, and then we'll start being happy. You can't find happiness through someone else. You have to be happy inside first before the outer can be happy. You feel me? It all ties back in to us again. And as parents, we can't keep being there for our kids. We have to let them fall sometimes so they can grow and be productive adults and build their character. Because when we keep being there and not letting them take responsibility for the things that they do, they're not learning. They're not growing. And they grow up to be non-productive adults. And then it's going to be on us forever. So these parents, us as parents, we have to take responsibility in some of our kids' failures as well. We have to look at ourselves too. You know, we do. We have to break that cycle. We have to break that cycle when we start having kids so they can grow up to be productive in life. And that's all I wanted to say. I want you guys to watch that show because there's so many couples out there like that. There's so many people out there like that. I'm one of them. I'm still working on myself. It's a daily process. I'm a work in process. We all are. We are. But look here. I hope you guys made it to the end of my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you watched that show. If you guys watched that show, leave me some comments. I don't care if you don't agree. I want to know your opinion. Let's talk about this. Look here. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching it to the end. Okay? I want you guys to have a wonderful day. Keep your head up, chest out, nose level, and a smile on your face. Don't be walking around with your nose all stuck up in the air. Okay? Because you feeling the way you feeling. No. Keep a smile on your face. Okay? Work on each one of them attributes one at a time that you don't like about yourself. Okay? And forgive yourself for the mistakes you made. Forgive yourself. Okay? That's another thing it starts with. Forgiveness. Forgive yourself. And now you can move on. Now you can move forward, y'all. Look here. I ain't even gonna tell you to stay sucker free. You already know that. So until the next video, peace.